Alright guys, I know it's been a while since I did a video, about 3 years. Let me tell you what's been going on with me. Back about a little over 3 years ago, my mama got real sick. She had kidney failure from medications the doctor put her on for lupus. I found her almost comatose. And luckily I was able to save her life. She was in the hospital about a month and a half. Well, when she got out of the hospital, she didn't want to live by herself no more. She's on disability. I got an aunt that's on disability. Her sister's on limited income. We're having to help out all the time too. My mama's got pretty good income. She's a retired social worker. Got my daddy's Social Security. He died in '99, traffic accident. So we's always having to help out her sister. So my mama got out of the hospital and don't live by herself no more. I said, well, y'all find some apartments. Y'all can move in one together. I'll move in the same apartments, give up my house. So I'll be right there if you need me. And I'll go back to working full-time in car dealerships. And I went back to working 70-80 hours a week and busted my ass making kind of money I had to make, get everybody moved, get everybody straightened out. And I was making the plans to get back out of the car business in 15 and get my critter control business going, handling problem critters. And I met a girl, fell in love, knew a bunch of red flags. She's about 12 years younger than me, really hot, 34 double D tits, black hair, blue eyes, 5'2", 110. Beautiful girl, had a lot of demons. I thought I could fix them. I was wrong. I moved that girl in after 3 months of dating her and about ruined my life. So I had to keep staying in the dealerships. And back on June 3rd this year, I was making plans to leave the dealerships again. Left the dealership, was going to go to work at a Harley store, selling Harley Davidsons, which would have cut my hours from 70 to 40 a week. And I could get back into the woods and back in the bushcraft and all the things that I love. Got to do a little hunting last year. Didn't do any hunting the year before when I was with her. Every time I'd leave to go to make plans to go hunt, she'd keep me up half the night fussing and fighting, and I wouldn't go. I didn't do any good last year. 2014, I got to do some hunting, took a couple deer. Well, June 3rd, this guy runs a stop sign. He hits me as I'm doing 45 miles an hour. Almost flips my car. I suffered a traumatic brain injury. And for the past 2.5 months, I had vision loss in my left eye. Been out of work. And I got into a neuro-ophthalmologist, which specializes in vision loss due to brain injury, and she got me on some steroid injections and some new radical treatments. And I've got about 80% vision back in my left eye, where I'm not having to wear an eye patch. So this is the first time I've been out in the woods since last hunting season. And I'm out here today on the property I usually hunt, bushcraft. Got permission to be on by the Lewis Farms here in my town. Part of the deal is, you know, any predators I take care of too, so I'll be doing some trapping. There's coat, deer, abound. Right there's deer tracks, plenty of deer, but there's also coyotes and other critters, problem critters out here, hogs. So I'm out here today just doing a scout, and I brought along my little pocket fishing kit that I did a video on before. It started out, I caught him with a red worm, and I caught a shiner, which is a fairly good sized minnow. And I cut him up, and then as you can see, I caught 3 brim. And that one there was pretty good size. So if I was in a survival situation, I'd have me a meal tonight just by carrying that pocket fishing kit that I've done videos on before. You know, it's just a protein drink tube with fishing line wrapped around it, sinker, bobber, hook, bag of sinkers, bag of hooks. I keep one lure over there that I can use if I'm on bigger water to catch fish like bass or trout. But I'd have me a pretty good meal tonight, you know, a lot of protein right there. But I'm going to do a lot of trapping, so I'm going to take these guys home and chop them up and save them for trapping bait, put them in the freezer. But I'm just out here doing a light scout today. I'm not carrying a lot of equipment. I want to do a quick gear review, since I ain't done one in a while. I'm still carrying my old trusty Moore Classic number 2. That knife, I'll always have that knife. I'm still carrying my pocket survival kit, now to its can. As you can see, you know, I've got duct tape for nail ends. So if I want to start a fire, I got pretty good sunlight right now. I can start a fire just simple as for nail ends. But, you know, I've got a mag block. Never go in the woods without a ferrocerium stick and a mag block. I got some tinfoil right there wrapped up, make me a container. Or other uses. Tender quicks, wet fire. You know, that'll start a fire in the wettest of conditions. You hit it with a spark. Then out towards 10 itself, I've still got my ASRK knives out of Canada, spear point or arrow point. I've also got a traditional bunt small game point. I can always fashion arrows out of local river cane around here and feathers. It's no big deal. And I've got some hooks, another piece of bobber. I've got a flint arrowhead, dual purpose, you know, fire making, and another arrow point. You also notice I got some 22 bullets in there, and the reason I have those is because that gunpowder inside those is a hell of an ignition source. And then to make, you know, get a fire, all I had to do is dump that in a nest, that powder, take that Moore knife, that flint, get a spark, hits that gunpowder, boom, I got fire. I keep some spare hooks and stuff in there, some compasses. I've got a mylar blanket. You're never going to live without that. Even though it's about 85 degrees here in the southwest of North Carolina, it's hot and humid. And that's another piece of gear I want to talk about. It's that mission towel. That's when you dip in the water and you snap and it's 20 degrees cooler than your typical towel. And you wrap that around the carotid arteries in your neck. It'll cool your blood pretty quick. I've got my old Army canteen. I did videos on it. Canteen cup and stoves in there. So I've got a way to tote water, a way to purify water. I've got purifier tablets there in that pocket, or I can boil it. And I could make me a nice stew out of these fish if I wanted to build me a fire and do all that. And I always carry some birch bark. You know, anybody that's in survival knows that stuff's like having gasoline soaked paper. You need to catch quick and burn a long time. You know, I carry duct tape and electric tape. Both of those are good for making a fire. Once they catch a spark and get a flame, they burn a long time. So if you're in kind of wet conditions, that'll help you get your fire going. It's dry here right now. I wouldn't have no problem making a fire quick. There's dead stuff everywhere. I'm not out here that long to do that today. I have no need to. Like I say, I'm going to use these guys for bait. You know, fish always make good bait for raccoons, coyotes, mink, muskrat, all the critters I'm out here after other than beaver. There's a lot of beaver along this creek. I'm not in the part they've got dammed up, but there's a part up the creek that's pretty dammed up. And I'm not, you know, I'm not out in a wilderness area, so I'm not in any survival situation by no means. I mean, there's a suburban neighborhood less than half a mile away that direction. The farm is that way. There's power and sewer lines all through here with openings. So I'm not in a survival situation by any means, but I still carry certain things when I go in the woods no matter what, because what if I was to get a mechanical injury and this cell phone couldn't get a signal where I could call for help, and I was stuck out here till somebody found me. See, I broke a leg or an ankle and couldn't get out. I would need to make a fire and make myself comfortable till somebody found me. So I always carry fire making materials. I always carry water. I always carry a mylar blanket, and that bright orange mylar blanket's good for signaling too. And then of course over there's my REI backpack. You'll notice I've got a machete over there. And I carry the machete today because it's pretty overgrown out here, and I'm out here doing scout. Of going through some pretty growed up areas, needing to chop stuff out of my way to see what the deer and critters out here are doing. And there's a lot of game activity out here, so just by the signs and tracks I've seen out here the past hour, it's going to be a pretty successful trapping and hunting season for me. My brain injuries have left me permanently disabled, so I won't be returning to work. I'll be getting a big settlement, but that's about a year out, but I'm going to get my disability and Social Security in the meantime. But that's what's been going on with Trapper Neshoba. It's been a crazy couple of years. That's why you guys haven't seen a video from me in a long time. I just want to let all my followers on my YouTube channel know I'm still here. I'm back. I'll be posting more videos. Definitely a lot more once hunting season, trapper season gets here. Bow season starts in about 3 weeks. Still pretty hot. Deer still going to have a lot of ticks, fleas, things like that. So I'm probably not going to hunt till about the end of October, when it starts getting down into the 30s at night and all these insects and bugs have gone away. I've covered myself in deep woods off, because I'm sure I'll find a tick or two on me when I get home and get to sharing. You know, you want to find those guys pretty quick. As far as what I'm wearing on me, of course I've got a paracord bracelet like always. My trusted old Casio watch. I always wear knee pads. I've got bad knees and getting down on my knees in the woods. I would highly recommend, you know, I got these at Harbor Freight for like $5, and they're just indispensable. Of course, good ankle support boots. Last thing you want to do is roll an ankle or break an ankle out here. And then got a bandana. You guys notice I've lost about 100 pounds too. I spent a lot of the last 2 years in the gym. Really changed my diet. My blood pressure was out of control. My diabetes. 3 pills, 3 shots a day. I'm not on any of that anymore. So I've lost a lot of weight. But you notice I'm wearing a bandana.